anticipated contest between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're underway from Seattle. Emmanuel Wilson to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard
So their
line.
offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10.
Ready?
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that gets the ball rolling.
All set to go now from the 35. Going to the ground again on first. There he goes, right sideline. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off, but don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon. Give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is first and goal. They'll run, Jacobs. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be second and goal.
Pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
Love out of the shotgun. That one connects. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or what make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Only need 1 more yard on this opening drive. Here's third and goal. Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And this is going to end behind a line. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it now on fourth and goal. Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. McManus sends it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
Just kind of a confidence builder. That offense drives it down, special teams does their job, and now the defense going to take the field with the lead.
To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Starting out trips right here, first and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
At the 49-yard line.
Play fake, Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Second and 18 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. This one falls incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
Edgerrin Cooper on the coverage.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down. Michael Dixon to punt for the Seahawks.
And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll take over here following that punt to end the first. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Taking a deep shot here. That one's intercepted. That is Nick Emanwari. And the Seahawks get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold.
All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Wilson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Packers getting set here. First and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Love from the gun. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Love on 3rd and short. He's got his man. This is Kraft. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They go counter. It's Jacobs. And he's bottled up the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Love. He rolls to his right. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Setting up the screen. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Buying some time right. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a 4th quarter clutch kick to have that confidence built. That's important.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Rashawn Gary with that tackle. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff, now to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
He's back to throw. Blitz is there, and he goes down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Rashid Shaheed on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Through the second level at the 40. Works the sideline inside the 35. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks grow the lead coming out of halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. One after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks grow their lead to 8. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Wilson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. And off to Jacobs to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Throwing, it's Love. Don't try and force it into the slant. It's intercepted. That is Nick Emanwari. And the Seahawks get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Packers' 13-yard line.
From the gun, Darnold. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
To the air on 3rd and long. This one's caught. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Handoff running left, Walker. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Darnold looking to throw. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table.
Hey, PlayStation. Gameplay. Hey, PlayStation.